Today marks the third year of the Russian invasion in Ukraine. It comes one day after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he would be willing to resign from his post in exchange for peace or NATO membership. As NBC's Richard Engel reports, the U.S. is also pushing for a deal with Ukraine over rare earth minerals and other natural resources that Ukraine says it cannot accept.
Ukrainian troops at frontline positions like this one say after 3 years of American support, President Trump is now changing the rules of the game, that he is asking for an exorbitant amount of money, about $500 billion that, according to a deal that the U.S. is pushing, that President Trump has said repeatedly he expects will be signed, that Ukraine has been pressured very intensely to sign. According to this deal, Ukraine would have to take $500 billion, put it into a fund that the United States would control, that this money would come from natural resources in this country, minerals and oil in particular, and that money would have to stay in the fund until the United States is paid back for money that it has given to support Ukraine. President Zelensky says he can't sign this deal, that the number is too high, that it doesn't correspond to any actual figures. Ukraine has received, at this stage, about $100 billion in support from the United States. That is the money that has actually arrived. And an agreement that doesn't provide any security guarantees. Ukraine would have to put this money into this fund, but in exchange, the United States, the President Trump administration, isn't saying that it will continue to be there for Ukraine. It's not like joining NATO. There would be no promise of protection. And Ukrainians say that they are being offered mafia-style, a deal that they can't refuse. Europe is starting to step in, trying to find its own solution. And today in Kyiv, about 30 European countries are represented, some coming online to show this government that 3 years after Russia invaded, it is not alone.